Good evening. Face Publishing. And I haven't been on for about a good I haven't been on for about a week doing any videos to myself, but today, there was an attempt on former President Trump. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And it's really unfortunate, man, that we've come to this. And some people, take things to extreme, man. Same thing with but we don't know if it was a lone wolf or what was going on. The assailant is gone. They took him out. Trump said he was grazed in the ear. Let's hope he's okay. We don't want to, whether you like him or not, you don't want to see anybody get hurt, and you don't want to see, anybody killed like that, man. He still has a family, kids, he's a grandfather, like, he's still a human being, man. So, my well wishes to his family. Hope he has a speedy recovery, but it's unfortunate that happened, and hopefully we don't got any crazy nuts that want to retaliate, and hopefully this don't turn ugly. They just came out with a movie called Civil War. We don't want this to get ugly. Excuse me again. Excuse me. So, speaking of crazed individuals, Dreamers Pro had a crazed individual hit him up talking about he can't go to Cali. It's a no-fly zone there. What's that about? Because you don't like his opinions. So this is what we come to. We don't like somebody's opinions. We get upset. We lash out. We act like kids, like spoiled brats, like, because I don't like your talking points. Then don't listen to him. But don't threaten the man. The man ain't did nothing to you. Like, it's not that serious, man. That's why I stopped arguing with LeBron fans. I don't do it, man. Like, they get too wild. Next thing you know, you end up tussling on one of these dudes, man. Like, because it's like, it gets too disrespectful. And we're not out here to be disrespecting each other, man. We just like sports, we have different views. If you want to view LeBron as your GOAT, no problem. If I want to view Michael Jordan and Kobe or Magic and Bird better than him, then that's what I like. But I ain't here to force you to like something that you don't like. We don't like, don't rock with them. I don't understand that, man. But I get it. Some of these people, they impact lives, and the lives that get impacted, like, for instance, Trump becomes president, he impacts American lives. So I get the passion. Excuse me again. Sorry, I just ate. But anyway, you have LeBron. He's impacting lives now. He won't leave. He's 40 years. He's about to be 40 years old. Even though he's still playing at a high level, you're not really a top 5 player to me. Now watch, people gonna threaten me now, right? Hey, you gotta have tough skin in this world. But anyways, to me, he's not a top 5 player. You have Joker, you have Luka, you have Giannis, you have Embiid, and I'm not giving a particular order. I'm just saying, you have those type of guys. You still have if Ja Morant can come back healthy and Anthony Edwards took a big leap. Um, Still got Kevin Durant out there. Um, there's some players out there. Anthony Davis, people think Anthony Davis is better than him. He ain't even the best player on his team, allegedly, But we know overall he's a better player than Anthony Davis. But we're talking about right now. But oh yeah, you have Steph Curry. But yeah, anyways, he won't leave. Then on top of that, you have this nepotism thing going on. So, some people say it's not nepotism. Some people say it is. To me, it is because you're using your influence to put a family member in a position of favoritism. Because we know that in the history of basketball, show me a man that was picked in the second round, and everybody's been saying this: Dreamers Pro, Ticket TV, Kwame Brown. Shout out to all those brothers, Too Raw. I said Dreamers Pro. All these brothers been saying that. There's no second round pick. You fix this shit. There's no second round pick that is going to get a guaranteed contract, and he's struggling in the G League the way the kid is. And I'm not going to bash the kid. LeBron is the one that did this. You put your son out there to be crucified, and to be honest with you, I think it's a setup. LeBron, obviously, he's a great figure. He has influence and things like that. He's influenced the media. He's influenced the NBA. He brings a lot of attention and money, and he's a hot topic. And with that being said, I think people are being used, and the only one that's gonna suffer really is Bronny, because Bron wants to play with his son. So he pulled the strings to make sure his son gets drafted to his team. Can't say that's not nepotism. Nepotism can also be somebody leaving the company to their son, or like you have in the music industry, plenty of nepotism, man. Plenty, a lot of people, that are in the industry today are in there because of a family member or an uncle, or could be in there for anything. Sorry, I got distracted. They could be in there for their uncle could have got them. Uncle might have been, working as a photographer for Michael Jackson, and a couple of people, or he could have been a backup singer or some shit, and back in the days, and he know a couple of people, and he can push your demo to a CEO or something, and they get you in. So that's nepotism, man. You're using leverage to pull strings for an advantage. So LeBron used the nepotism, and the Lakers, they seen the writing on the wall. Hey, first father and son, ticket sales. We can up the price on the ticket sales, jerseys, the media coverage. Just us talking about this right now, it brings publicity, it brings ESPN more ratings, it brings Fox more ratings. So everybody's eating off this. Every arena that kid goes in, especially with his father's probably gonna sell out. They looking at the bag, man. And to my opinion, that's just what I see. Like, if you disagree, you can hit me up in the comment section. That's just what I see. They looking at the dollar signs. you know, the viewership, and that's what it's really about, the viewership, the ticket sales, the jerseys, you know, the sneakers, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's money involved, man. You know, and everybody's gonna eat. So, you know, but unfortunately, the kid is really not ready to play in the NBA. As we can see, they're kind of forcing it, you know, because they know LeBron is Asian. You know what I mean? So, you know, then you look at how he used his influence. You know, the thing that, you know, he got JJ Redick there. And the thing I don't like is, like, you see him sit back and act like he ain't got nothing to do with none of this shit. Coaches getting fired. Coaches, you know, that with no experience getting hired. His son getting drafted to my he worked hard. Like, he talking to people like they're stupid. You know, we're not stupid. But it's only the LeBron fans that feel like, you know, people are picking on him. And I'm not picking on the young man. The kid is, you know, he's a kid, man. But he's being put in a bad situation where he's going to get roasted, man. And if he stinks it up in the NBA and they're losing games, this is going to backfire on LeBron, Redick. And, you know, they're going to cook his son. And, you know, it's like a setup to fail. You know? But, you know, let's see. You know, hopefully, you know, the kid starts to play well, man. And, you know, we got a big fight tonight with Avanesian and Boost Ennis. You know, Boost is a heavy favorite, so let's see if he does better than Crawford. And you know, we had the Shakur Stevenson fight last weekend. You know, I'm not gonna bash that kid. You know, I think I spoke about this already. You know, I feel like, I don't even know if I posted the video, but I know I did a video about it, and I feel like he, you know, he wants to, you know, to me, right, everybody's not a pay-per-view star, and I'm not talking about him, but I'm just saying, you know, pay-per-view has gotten so watered down to everybody, and they're trying to, because networks are not, to me, what I see as a fan, I don't see boxing on regular TV no more. It's either on apps, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only regular TV you see boxing on is ESPN, and they barely promote the fights. Like, I think there was fights on last night, and I didn't even know. So it's not like back in the days where boxing was on USA TV and shit like that. Like, you know, HBO, we don't have Showtime, we don't have none of that no more. Showtime is over with at the beginning of the year. So there's no boxing like on regular TV. If you don't got like the Zone, if you don't got ESPN, you're not really gonna see no fights. So they're kind of forcing you to have to, you know, as a boxing fan, to buy these fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of these guys is not worth paying $60, $70 for, you know, to watch fight. Not saying that they're not good, but it's like, damn, you're not, if the opponents gotta match up for that to take place. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not blockbuster guys like Tyson, like Mayweather, De La Hoya, Jones. You know, they know what I'm saying, like Canelo, Tank, like these guys, you know you're gonna get a show when you even if it's a first round knockout, like with Tyson, you know you're gonna see something, you know, somebody get cracked, or you already knew what time it was, like. But we wanted to see the show. They were the person we were interested in seeing. Even when Tyson he took a loss, you know, he was still box office. We wanted to see him come back. We wanted, you know what I mean? Like, it's so you know, I feel like, you know, everybody's not a pay-per-view star, man. Like, now they can get on pay-per-view and fight depending on the opponent. To me, you gotta have the right opponent. This is why I used to get on Canelo fans a little bit, like, yo, why am I paying $60 to see you fight Rocky Fielding? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth the money. But because he's Canelo, you know, he's got a fan base, they're gonna buy those fights. You know, but it's not gonna really, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't add up. for a lot of fans to be like, yo, I'm gonna pay for this fight. So when the numbers are low, then they be like, well, you can't really sell paper, but you're not putting with the right opponent, number one, and you're not building. These guys are not built. People are not interested in them. Tyson had an aura about him. Mayweather had the aura about him. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones had the aura about him. Sugar Ray Leonard had an aura about him. Ali, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we you know what I mean? Like, the kid, he gonna have to, he gonna have to get in there and really, he gonna have to fight a monster, or he gonna have to really start getting some knockouts, or get more aggressive in there. You know, and it's easier said than done because we're not in the ring. He is. But, you know, if you're being a prize fighter, boxing is one thing. Prize fighting is different, because prize fighting, you have to entertain a crowd in order for you to keep an audience wanting to watch you fight. And he's gonna have to get a little more assertive in there. Even if you don't get the knockout, we want to see you trying to hurt dudes, man, and not just try to win on points. Even though you're winning fights, but now you're making it harder for yourself to get the bigger fights. And I also want to talk about this word, because Ryan Garcia, he was using the word nigga, in which I personally think he was trolling, but that's not something you troll with, because you're denigrating an entire race of people. Excuse me. So I don't think that was wise, but I just wanted to speak on it real quick. Some people don't like the word and don't use it. That's brothers, and 90% of blacks use the word. We mostly from the streets. Now in the Bronx and New York City, you got Spanish brothers walking around calling each other nigga. They say it to themselves, and we don't really think nothing of it. I never really seen nobody tripping over that shit. And I think it's, words change over time. Meanings can change. Like, you'll call somebody son, yo son, what up son? Does that mean I'm calling you, you're my son for real, or I'm trying to refer to you in like a brotherly term, like a friendly term, like yo, my man, or whatever, like stuff like that. Like, so we can change the terminology of words. Me personally, I use the word, and I don't use it, even though we know it's derogatory. The word black, if you look up in archives, we call ourselves black people, and that's a derogatory. That was used in a derogatory term towards us. Remember, one of the words of black and Negro is Negro or Negron, which means dark or black. And in the National Archives, from what I read, that was a derogatory term for us until like the 50s and 60s. People wasn't, they didn't like being referred to like that, because it was when they would call, nigga is nothing but a slang word for calling us black, but it was calling us black in a derogatory way to demean us and stuff like that. But it's iffy. I feel like, I don't want to condemn brothers that use it, because people like, but you can't get on Ryan and y'all call each other niggas, and y'all demeaning yourselves. They're not using it in that phrase, in that term. Like, it's more used as a figure of speech to address someone. It's not really, yo, nigger, you nigger. Like, there's a different way of saying it. Like, even with the, if it's preference, if I'm calling it to you to demean you, then yeah, you're using the word wrong. It's like the word hater. Oh, you're a hater, you're a hater. Everybody uses that word, you're a hater. A hater has somebody that has a dislike for somebody else. Like a hatred, like a deep anger towards somebody. Hate is a deep word. It's not, the way they throw hate around is like, Yeah, Bronny's not a good basketball player, but you're just a hater. You're a damn. I just made an opinion. Where's the hate? How am I hating? But that word is thrown around all the time, man. You know. So I don't know, man. I don't feel like we should be. If you choose not to use the word, like I respect people. A person that don't like that word, I won't say it in front of them. And I've also tried to clean up my vocabulary over time. I'm getting older. I ain't no spring chicken, you know what I mean? But I definitely try to, clean up my own vocabulary. But I'm not gonna knock. That's like me knocking these little kids for smoking in the hallway, and I used to do the same thing. Or you know what I mean? So I don't knock, people who do use the word, and I don't knock people that choose not to use the word. But we can't play tit for tat. Oh, you guys say it, or you say it. You know what I mean? You even got some brothers that'll tell you, yo, you calling me a nigga, and then you want to get mad because he's using the word, but you use the word. Like, you can't do that to each other, man. Just my opinion. I don't think that's cool. But anyways, man, I'm gonna get back to y'all, man. It's Many Face Publishing. You know, I ain't out here to offend nobody. I'm just giving my opinion and takes on things. If you like it, like, share, subscribe. If not, you can hit the comment section. Say what you gotta say, man. Anyways, I'm out, man. Peace.